Hi everybody. Yesterday was Record Store Day of April 2022, and we're going to go through some of the vinyl that I got yesterday. I picked up a lot of things considering for me. I mean, lately, the last several years, there hasn't been that much that I really wanted, but this time there were quite a few, I thought. And before I go on, let me tell you, I have a video. I'm going to put the link below in the description box. You can click it on. It shows you all the so-called action from yesterday when I actually went around and hung out at the record stores and, picked up the vinyl. So if you want to see that too, please go back to yesterday's video. All right. The main thing I wanted on Record Store Day was this one here. This was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. It's the album called Acoustics, and it has, let's see, 8 tracks on here where she does acoustic numbers. And I'm a big Joan Jett fan, in case you didn't already know that. And I was very happy to see it says that coming soon there's going to be a 2 LP called Change Up with 20 additional acoustic tracks. It says it right there, and I didn't even know that. So that's pretty cool. I actually got 2 of these. One to just keep, for collector's purposes, sealed. And the other one, I'm going to show you the inside. Yeah, one of them was at a different store, was like $3 cheaper than the store I went to, So since it was $3 cheaper, I said, why not? Okay, this is the inside sleeve. It would be nice if this was on a colored wax, but it wasn't. But I got a lot of colored wax to show you anyway. All right, there it is. Nice label. All right. Okay. Next item up. I got this completely as a joke, okay? Because I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, here's a guy, putting down other music. Here's a guy that didn't like John Coltrane's Ascension and all kinds of stuff, and he buys this. I already know the mentality. People are going to say that. Let me tell you, I bought this completely for laughs. I heard the CD of this, and when I heard it was coming out on vinyl, I had to get it. It's from the old Golden Throats kind of mentality, the Golden Throats family. You know those albums where people like William Shatner and Sebastian Cabot sing songs, and Eddie Albert from Green Acres? Well, this is Tiny Tim doing a girl, and it's with Brave combo. Yeah, pretty brave, all right. This is hilarious, this album. I unintentionally hilarious is why I bought it. And if you haven't heard this, you gotta go on YouTube, look up Tiny Tim Girl, the Beatles song Girl, and you will really have a laugh. This was a rather expensive album. I spent way more than I wanted to, but look at this gatefold. Is that funny? I think that's a laugh riot. But yeah, it was a little bit pricey. But I see you get a lot of stuff here. There's actually a book and or with a rather unflattering photo. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, seemed like a nice man, Tiny Tim. Used to hear him on the Howard Stern show all the time. But this is some book. This is really. And there's the CD up there. You got to hear him. He sings. The reason I got it was so funny, unintentionally funny. He sings "Stairway to Heaven" by Led Zeppelin. He sings "New York, New York," "Bye Bye Blackbird," and he does "Hey Jude" and "Stardust." And there's also, because it's a double album, you get a baritone version of "Girl," and you get some outtakes, different takes. Oh boy, but. He sings like Mr. Ed, the horse. If you know, is there anybody going to listen to my story? Wilbur. You have to really listen to it. But anyway, one added attraction. I'm spending way too much time on this album. But an added attraction to this, the reason that I also wanted to get it, it's a double album set. That's why it was kind of expensive. But it's also on pink vinyl. So, that's cool. That's a really way out label. So yeah, this is good as a kind of a fun album from what I think. I bought it just to have a goof, to tell you the truth. All right. Next album up, the beautiful, gorgeous, enchanting Stevie Nicks. And I already see little fingerprints there on the side because I didn't put it in a plastic bag right away. I did take the shrink off this. You know, a couple of these with gatefolds. I want to take the shrink off. This is I think her debut solo album from 1981. It's really great. And the gatefold there. Got some more gorgeous pictures of her. And yep, really beautiful. And let's see what we got here. Look at that. Yeah, I really want to do it up. And really, I like Stevie Nicks. I always have. I think she was an incredible asset to Fleetwood Mac, along with Lindsey Buckingham. And together, they really, really lit that band up. And I have heard some Peter Green Fleetwood Mac, and yes, I like some of the earlier stuff too. Don't worry, it's not just the commercial Fleetwood Mac stuff. But boy, when they went out with that self-titled from 1976, boy, oh boy, that was great. So, this is a 2-record set. The main reason that I bought this, aside from the wonderful pictures, is because there's a lot of bonus tracks on here also. There's outtakes and demos and things on here. So there it is, the Modern Records label, as it originally looked in a way, with some extra new flourishes on it. So, this is polyline sleeve, always nice. All right. This was interesting. This is a 10-inch record that I didn't even know was going to be there on Record Store Day. Sometimes as you go along and peruse the bins, you see, hey, there's something I didn't even know was going to be out. This is a 10-inch record. Shocking Blue at Home, the singles. And they did the big hit Venus, which of course is the reason I bought this. I don't know any of the other songs. There are 8 songs on here. And it's numbered. It says numbered out of, I think, 3,000. This one is 2212 down there, like that. And I think it has its own sealing bag, the way it came. I want to take a look at this because it's on colored vinyl. And that also, I love 10-inch records. It's great to see records when they're 10-inch records. I think they're really a cool novelty. I like them. And I love the song Venus. It's fantastic. And again, we have inner sleeve there with another pink. It looks like a lot of pink going around here today. Pink wax. Okay, Shocking Blue. Looks like more like Shocking Pink. I don't know why. But anyway, okay. Got a couple of colored wax to show you. Okay, this one here, I'm a big fan of the show Lost in Space, so I picked this up. Nice shot there of the cast back there. There's a lot of good photos. That's a photo from season 3, my personal favorite season. And this is also on colored wax. So this is probably the nicest of the wax. This is a little more transparent. It doesn't really show here. Kind of a purple, okay? Purple wax. And, you know, I don't know. I picked it up with a little bit of reservation because what's on here is kind of no frills, really. One side has interviews. There are interviews on here. It's like an interview record. And the other side does have music, but it has like the season 1 and 2 main title and the end title and the bumpers, and also season 3 main title, bumpers, end title. You know, I was hoping there was more incidental music. I know there's a great CD out there, The World of, I think it's the Lost in Space Irwin Allen collection or something. It's got a lot of music that they do, you know, incidental music. And I wish that some of that was on here, but finally, I wasn't going to buy this record, but I did it at the last minute. This is Judy in Disguise with Glasses, John, Fred, and the Playboy Band. Now, I have this album in two forms from its original 1960s release. I have Agnes English. Agnes English is the main album that came out first, and I think later they redid it when Judy in Disguise became a big hit single, and had this cover. So I have both of them from 1960s. And I said, well, why even bother to buy this? I have the original. And there were only 2 copies left, and both of them had a crease, which you see that crease? It kind of goes on a diagonal there. Oops, I knocked the camera. Sorry. It's a diagonal crease all the way down. It you can't really see it here that well. But the reason I went ahead when they only had a couple of copies left and said I better snag one is Judy in Disguise, I often say, is my favorite single of all time. Favorite non-Beatles song of all time. Maybe my favorite song of all time. Every time I hear Judy in Disguise, I'm lifted up. I think it's a fun, happy, upbeat, feel-good song. But because it was on colored wax, I decided I'd give it a try. But over here, it's kind of misleading because over here it says that it's in psychedelic purple vinyl, psychedelic. And I thought, psychedelic purple, wow, it's got to be like splatter or like mind-blowing rays of light and stuff with purple. And when I wound up getting it, I was kind of disappointed in it because all it really is a solid purple. Not transparent or anything. Not really psychedelic, blow your mind. Purple. But I got it because I love that song, Judy in Disguise, and I thought to myself, it would be really great to be able to spin this on a turntable with psychedelic wax and what I thought was going to be psychedelic wax, and to listen to it and watch the colors, man, while the song was on. So I went ahead and splurged for it. And I guess that's it now. So please go back, watch the last video that I did where I show you my record store day activities, and I'll put a link below so it's easier for you to access it. Cheers, everybody. Talk soon.